Can you teach an old bird new tricks? The answer is... Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic week. In today's video, I wanted to answer the question, can you teach an old bird new tricks? There's sometimes a bit of a stigma around older birds and people seem to think that you won't be able to bond with them, you won't be able to tame them, you won't be able to build a relationship with them, you won't be able to teach them tricks because they're too old. I've had people say that to me, and I've even had people say, well, my new bird is 2 to 3 years old, am I past the point of being able to train them? So let's answer the question, Pickles. Can you teach an old bird new tricks? The answer is yes, of course you can teach an older bird new tricks. One of the things that's really important to remember is there's no cut-off age for learning. Birds, animals, everybody, even us, we are always learning from experience. And if we're using positive reinforcement training with our birds to teach them new things, to teach them all different kinds of tricks, even just to bond with them, of course you're going to be able to do that no matter what age they are. Pickles P here is the oldest member of our flock. She's 5 years old. We still see her as a baby though, because that's not an old age at all. And she's always learning new things. So yes, you can teach an older bird new tricks just as good as you could teach a younger bird. So in order to have success when training an older bird, there's a few things you need to be aware of. Firstly, you need to use scientific principles and positive reinforcement. If we don't want to punish our bird, it's just not going to work. We want to be having a cooperative relationship with them. Secondly, we want to make sure that we have treats and reinforcement that they actually find valuable. For example, if I try and train Pickles with millet, she is not going to want to work. But if I try and train her with hemp seeds or sunflower seeds, she is going to want to take part. Similarly with Scampi, his favourite treat in the whole world are walnuts. So we break those up into little bits and we can do training with them. It's really important to make sure that the treat you're using is actually reinforcing for your animal. And sometimes that's where a lot of people have trouble. Now it's really important, no matter what age bird you have, to get them on a healthy diet. Now we are pro raw whole food nutrition. We want to mimic the kind of diets that birds would eat in the wild with the kind of scope that we have when they are in our homes. There's loads of ways to do it. I have a whole playlist on diet nutrition. So when you have a really healthy and balanced diet for your bird with lots of vegetables and sprouted seeds, grains and legumes and freeze-dried veggies and herbs, spices, flowers, all those sorts of things, even a little bit of fruit as well. When your bird is on that kind of diet, those seeds and things like that and nuts are going to go way up in value for their training. So that's what's really important, to make sure your bird's diet is very, very good. And diet conversion can take a long time, can't it? Got strong opinions on that. So don't forget to watch my 20 tips on how to get your bird to eat vegetables video. There'll be a link down in the description and a card at the top. You also need to make sure you're very patient and have an understanding nature when you're training any animal. It doesn't matter how old they are. You need to be very considerate of whether they are interested in training, how you're training them, listening to their body language and understanding it as well. So those are very important tips when training with your bird. It's also super important not to rush and not to expect instant results with any bird, not just older birds as well. Each bird is going to learn at a different pace. It doesn't matter their age. So it's really important to make sure that we are training in a way that is going to set them up for success. Now, if you do have an older bird and maybe you're struggling a little bit with your training, or if you have a younger bird as well, we can help you at our consultation service, Best Behaved Birds. We provide bespoke and affordable consultations for parrot owners around the world. We do them via video so that we can help as many people as possible. We pride ourselves on being as affordable as possible to make sure that they are accessible to as many people too. So if you are having training problems, bonding problems, taming problems, diet conversion, whatever it may be, maybe you just want to chat with David and I, that's totally fine. You can book a consultation with us and we can help you, because it doesn't matter the age of the bird, you can absolutely train them lots of new and fun tricks and also how to live with you in a happy and cooperative manner. So guys, I hope I've put some of your minds at rest that you can train with an older bird. You can teach them new things as well as taming and bonding work. If you do have an older bird, I would love to hear from you in the comments all about them and what kind of tricks you've trained them as well. If you've rescued an older bird, love to hear that too, because it's really important that we break down the stigma that, you know, you shouldn't get an older bird, you should only get a baby because that's the only way to bond with them, because it's not true. You can bond with any age bird as long as you're using scientific methods and you're respecting them as well. But that does bring me to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. From me, Pickles and Scampi, take care and see you later.